Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 4 of the Above Average World League, and let me tell you, I could not be more excited for this week's matchup. We are going back to Infinite Warfare, and we're going back to week 1. A rematch of the two teams, Speedy Dabs with Speedy Red Raider and Dab Pressure, going up against Radical Bandits and King Radical and OVO Bandit, and I really think that this week we could have finally some competition in the AAWL, because obviously that first week whenever we played this, you have just the dominant performance from the side of Radical Bandits. But since then, we've had 2 weeks where we played Black Ops 2, a completely different game, completely different style, and we haven't been on IW that much personally, just like playing and scrimming with each other. So it is going to be interesting to see who is able to still be used to that game and still be able to play it on the flow and the style that Infinite Warfare has. So with that being said, let's look at our key player matchup. This week it's going to be OVO Bandit going up against Speedy Red Raider. Looking at those stats right there, back in week 1 whenever we did play this matchup, OVO Bandit had a 1.2 respawn KD and just a 1.0 S&D KD. He just went 3-3. But then on the side of Speedy Red Raider, you have a 0.8 respawn and a 0.29 S&D. That was also the S&D where he started off 0-4. So I am interested to see if we're finally able to see Raider come up and play at his potential. Now that being said, keep in mind that throughout this series he is not at his home station. He is at a different house with a different setup, so that could come in to affect his play. So we need to keep our eye on that and be aware that he's not playing in a place where he's technically comfortable and used to being at. OVO Bandit is still just same old OVO Bandit. He's the one that's really been playing well throughout the series, been a very good teammate, and we talked about this last week a little bit about whether or not he's being carried, or if he's, how I mentioned, he's carrying for one map and then he's just playing what he needs to for the other two. So this could be another point where we see if he's able to finally drop a map, because as of right now, he has a 9-0 map count through the first 3 weeks, and Raider is still 0-6. So hopefully you'll be able to see one of them pick up a map, drop a map somewhere so that we can have a little bit of competition, and as well just see how Bandit is able to kind of step up to these rumors that he's just being carried and he's not really playing as good as he needs to. So your 5 maps this week are going to be Scorch, Hardpoint, Throwback S&D, Frost, Uplink, Throwback Hardpoint, and Retaliation S&D. Now, with a little bit of the changes to the CWO rules, Scorch's S&D has actually been taken out of the rotation and replaced by Breakout. We won't be playing that this week, but look forward to that in the later weeks and realize that Scorch S&D isn't going to be there anymore. We do have the Scorch Hardpoint though, which kind of plays a little bit like a Retaliation Hardpoint, to where you really have to worry about your spawns and getting pushes at the right time, because this is a map where if you lose your gunfights on that back hill, that back laboratory hill, then you're going to be spawning way out and be giving up 15 seconds before you can even get back to challenge the hill. So that is one thing that I think personally favors the side of Radical Bandits, just because as we saw in week 1, they just had that slaying power that was unmatched by Speedy Dabs, and because of that they were just able to get free time in the hill because they couldn't get back and challenge them before, because they were respawning so far out. So you also have Throwback S&D. Just looking at that map real quick, you remember on Crusher S&D week 1 is whenever King Radical decided to pull out that RPR Evo and get very aggressive with it and just was shredding with it because it's just such a powerful gun. Look for him to do the same on this map with maybe the RPR or an E-Rad, because he's one of the persons that with that submachine gun in his hand, he's just able to push and get aggressive and get those kills because he's got that gun in his hand that's going to be beating out the NV4 or the K-Bar. That being said though, you do have King Radical not being very comfortable with the game again. He hasn't played in a little bit, and whenever he has, he's been struggling with it. But then also, like I said, you got Speedy Red Raider not playing in a comfortable situation, not playing where he's used to. So this is going to be what I think is a competitive series, hopefully. That being said, I am going to take the Radical Bandits in this one. I think it's going to go 3-2. Hopefully it goes to that game 5. But it looks like they're loading up into map 1 right now. So let's go ahead and throw you into that Scorch Hardpoint. Here we go, map 1 of this series of the Radical Bandits against the Speedy Dabs. We're starting off with Air Expert, our MVP of the first series, and ladies and gentlemen, I cannot describe how excited I am for this. This is obviously the rematch of map 1, which went the way of Radical Bandits, but oh, I am excited to see the way this plays out, because I feel like this may be our first chance at having some more competition in here and maybe not be another 3-0. So I'm excited to see if that's the case of it. And we've got Air Expert with the 2-piece already making his way towards that FTL. He's 3-1 to start off. And like I said, he was the MVP of the first series that these two teams played. And I'm eager to see if he's able to carry it into this series as well and perform at the same levels he did. OVO Bandit with a 2-piece right there. They're both on a 2-streak as they move towards this back kill. And look at this. You got Speedy Red Raider and Dab Pressure spawning all the way out back behind Drill. They're going to go and start this rotate as this bridge hardpoint ends with about a 29 to 18 lead. Air Expert and Bandit with the 2-piece again. And they're able to lock down this hill and probably get it at least another 15 seconds before they even have another gunfight. Because like I said, you still got Speeder Raider and Dab Pressure spawning out so far. And Dab Pressure starting off 0-4. He's chosen to start with the ERAD. Let's see if he's able to get an entry kill right here. Get his first kill. Oh no, doesn't see Air Expert. And OVO Bandit cleans up Red Raider. And this, you know, I talked about the competition. I hope I didn't jinx it, but so far with the way this is looking, Dab Pressure is still 0-5. Expert is 5-1. Bandit is 4-1. Both of them on a 4-streak. And ooh, Expert actually taken down right there. He's still got Bandit in the hill. Gets to kill this Scarab. He's now 250 away from his Trinity. Gets one. He's gonna pick up this last little bit of time and going into this back hill. It is a 70+ point lead for the Radical Bandits. Expert's got one coming in behind him. He may be on a good spot to see him. Oh, bad timing. And he's... Ooh. They both are weak. They're both going to back up. Radical Bandit's going to... And there it is, Dab Pressure. And he's cleaned up by Red Raider, who... Oh, Bandit with a 2-piece. He's on an 8-streak. Fully streaked out. We saw him last week on Black Ops 2. Start off 8-0. He's 8-1 right now. Fully streaked out. And they are just looking dominant. Getting closer to a 100-point lead. And Bandit putting some work in on Speedy Red Raider. Now, Speedy Red Raider is not at his home station right now, so he could be experiencing some lag. You see Dab Pressure pulling out that RPR Evo, and it works for him right there to get that 2-piece, get down this kind of scrap time. But we also see that was the gun that Radical decided to use in that the S&D of the week 1, and it worked extremely well for him. So I think Pressure may be thinking that maybe he can kind of get that same vibe going with it and just really have a solid gun with a lot of firepower in his hands to be able to slay out. But right now, it's not looking like that. It is a 100-point lead now for the side of Radical Bandits. Got Expert or Bandit using his Trinity to pick up Red Raider right there. And they've got him coming behind. We got one coming mid and one about to go into maps. That they may get a little bit of awkward timing right here. Oh yes, he is. Shot in the back. Got Air Expert here. Able to pick up one. He's got one more. They're about to meet up right here. Oh, misses the melee. You gotta reload. Oh, he saw him. And Bandit's gonna be able to get in the hill because of this distraction that his teammates cost. See if he can get... Oh, that awkward... Oh, he escapes for the moment. Oh, Speeder Raider with a snap. So as we finish that first set of hills, it is a 151 to 34 lead for the side of Radical Bandits. But you do see Speeder Raider starting to heat up a little bit. 7-10, he's on a 3-streak. And they were going to get some time there. The streaks keep them out of it, but if him and Dab Pressure can start to get some more kills, then this can definitely become a game. But with the way Bandit is gunning right now, 13-4, almost 2 minutes of hill time as of right now. This is not looking good for the side of the Speedy Dabs. Bandit just locking that down, and it looks like that's Dab Pressure actually coming in from behind. He gets one, maybe able to get the second one. And oh yes, he is. Misses some shots, but he's able to keep it. This looks like they may be able to break the 50-point mark, because it looks like Bandit and Expert are just going to be able to play for this back hill right here. Air Expert picks up one. You see the Scarab going out for Bandit. See if he's able to... He sees one. Not able to get any hit markers with it. And Expert gets the kill. He's got another one mid. He's just going to back up. Try and stay alive. Barely does. Gets the kill on Red Raider as well. So you've got 14-5 and 12-8 on the side of Speedy Dabs. Now 15-5 as Bandit picks up another one. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I said maybe we could see some competition this week, and this is... Oh, terrible timing for Bandit right there. But I mean, this first map is looking nothing but good for the side of Radical Bandits, and nothing but bad for the Speedy Dabs. Although they are able to pick up that 2-piece right there. Hold down this scrap time of the hill. If you look at our map, you've got maybe able to have a meetup between Red Raider and both of the Radical Bandits. Red Raider picks up Bandit, and Expert's able to gun him right there. He's now got the Scarab, and he also has his FTL to work with. So he's going to start off with a Scarab. Bandit may be able to get one mid, no. Red Raider's mid, so he may be able to... Looks like they're going to be able to get a pinch here. And they are able to get the kill. 222 to 80 right now. So, the comeback looking not so possible, but you never know. They could easily start to put some work in because they've still got plenty of time to work with right now. We got one coming in behind that may be able to catch him off guard as Speedy Raider turns around at the wrong time. He gets one. Bandit gets, or Raider gets a trade. Oh, not able to get the second one. Expert being able to lock down this last 15 seconds. So going into this drill hill, the last one of the second rotation, you got Bandit here. Looks like he's about to meet Red Raider. Not able to get that kill. Pressure comes in behind him. So it is the Speedy Dabs able to get the rotation on this hill. Gonna get the first few seconds and not that kill. You see the split spawn. AAWL Bandit coming in behind, able to get the kill on Red Raider, and now Dab Pressure is about to get pinched from both sides. Oh, Bandit gets the 2-piece, doesn't even need the pinch. And 10 seconds away from winning this first map, you have a dominant performance on the side of Radical Bandits. Bandit gets the third, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 250 to 113. Another dominating performance from the side of Radical Bandits, and we still have at least 2 maps left. Hopefully 4 more. I'd like to see a game 5. But this first map was just a dominating performance from the side of Radical Bandits. So let's go ahead and throw it over to our analyst desk and see what they have to say about that map. Well, I thought this series was going to be a little bit more competitive. I picked it to go 5 games, but I don't know about that after this first game. 250 to 113 in favor of Radical Bandits. It's just... they just dominated completely. They were up by they won by 140 points almost. You got AAWL Bandit 19 and 10, Radical 15 and 10. And we still have those rumors go around of AAWL Bandit just being carried, and like I talked about last week, there is one map where he goes off and he's the one to carry his other teammates. So maybe this map is that one map, but he definitely stepped up and led the role. He's kind of trying to get rid of those rumors that he's being carried, because as we were talking last week, he's getting kind of upset about that. He's saying, I'm not getting carried. I'm being a good teammate. I'm playing how I need to play. And I can completely say that, especially looking at this map. He did what he needed to do, and he was the one that stepped up and carried this particular map. On the other side, you've got Dab Pressure 9 and 15 and Speed Raider 11 and 19. And you saw at the beginning, they just could not get time, could not get kills. And like I said at the beginning, just spawning way out on that Scorch Hardpoint, just giving up 15, 20 seconds of time because they couldn't get back to the hill. So that being said, I do believe that this map was a stepping stone for the Radical Bandits. They just obliterated them, blew them out of the water, and I really think they're going to be able to ride this out into the next S&D and uplink after that. And after looking at that first map, I may have to take back my previous prediction and say if they're going to take it 3-0 instead of 3-2, because that was just dominating. So next up, we'll have your throwback S&D, and we'll get back to that right after this break.